Hello, I am Julden Jaisware with the headline news in our studios in Banjul. The United States ambassador to the Gambia noted that the response of Americans and Gambians to the tragic death of George Floyd has profound pain and anger, as well as pressing legitimate need to express frustration and seek truth and justice. The comment by Richard Carl Pascal appeared on the U.S. Banjul Embassy earlier on Tuesday. He stated that healthy democracies required freedom of speech and peaceful assembly. He said those who gather to demand for justice in the two countries and in democracies around the world have the right, and also they are aimed at ending racism in the world. His comment came few hours after a few groups against racism demanded a police permit to stage a protest before the U.S. Embassy in the Gambia over the killing of George. Three young entrepreneurs have won a sum of $1 million for the creation of business ideas that will provide economic solutions caused by a deadly virus. The contest was staged at the Kanifing Municipal Council in partnership with the Youth Empowerment Project and the Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The youth have been tasked to come up with transformative and innovative businesses on education, transport, technology sectors under the Take a Fee slogan, meaning Made in the Gambia. The mayor of the Kanifing Municipal Council, Talib Ahmed Bensouda, described the launching of the $1 million competition as a landmark achievement for the youth.
The launching of this $1 million fund for young entrepreneurs tackling issues related to COVID-19 is a landmark occasion. The Council is committed to stopping the spread of coronavirus and mitigating the impacts of the global pandemic on the livelihoods of our residents. The Council acted early to get ahead of this virus through public sensitization and relief efforts. The COVID-19 response in the municipality is led by a task force at KMC, partnering with the Ministry of Health, the National Disaster Management Agency, Red Cross, the Gambia Police Force, and other stakeholders. The task force prepared and launched KMC's Emergency Action Plan for COVID-19, which is composed of 3 pillars. The first was public sensitization, second was stopping the spread, and third was to ease the economic and hunger burden.
U.S. President Donald Trump threatened to deploy U.S. military if governors and mayors across the country fail to deal with rioters. He was speaking outside the White House in Washington, D.C. on Monday, during which he urged local authorities to ensure a strong law enforcement to quell the unrest. Trump warned that he will deploy the United States military to quickly solve the problem for any local authority that fails to take necessary actions to defend lives and properties of their residents.
Today, I have strongly recommended to every governor to deploy the National Guard in sufficient numbers that we dominate the streets. Mayors and governors must establish an overwhelming law enforcement presence until the violence has been quelled. If a city or state refuses to take the actions that are necessary to defend the life and property of their residents, then I will deploy the United States military and quickly solve the problem for them. I am also taking swift and decisive action to protect our great capital, Washington, D.C. What happened in this city last night was a total disgrace. As we speak, I am dispatching thousands and thousands of heavily armed soldiers, military personnel, and law enforcement officers to stop the rioting, looting, vandalism, assaults, and the wanton destruction of property.
The U.S. president spoke moments after riot police tried to disperse peaceful protesters, deploying rubber bullets and tear gas outside of the White House. Well, in that we move to Zimbabwe, because authorities in Zimbabwe have tightened smoking regulations amid the effects of the COVID-19 global pandemic. Health experts warn that smokers face severe infection of COVID-19 than those who do not smoke, but some smokers defy the odds. The global crisis has also affected tobacco industry, with many struggling to maintain normal activities. Well, viewers, that's all we have for you in today's news in brief. For more on these and other stories, join my colleague Amadou Kante at 1800 hours GMT in our studios here in Banjul.
Have your say.
Fellow Gambians, my government has approved a $500 million emergency fund, which the Ministries of Health and Finance will work on for disbursement and use to fight COVID-19 menace.